Golden Bachelor Gerry Turner reveals agreement with new GF. Golden Bachelor Gerry Turner is dating again after his divorce from Theresa Nist. He's only been dating his new lady for 2 months, but he thinks he's the one again. He opened up about the agreement he made with his new girlfriend. Keep reading for all the details. What he learned from Golden Bachelor. Bachelor Nation fans were so excited when ABC announced a senior version of The Bachelor. Gerry Turner was given a second chance at love later in life after his wife unexpectedly passed away. The season received praise from longtime viewers and people tuning in for the first time. The show was called wholesome and authentic. The season ended with Gerry proposing to Theresa Nist. The couple married on a live TV special 2 months after the season finale aired. But the happy ending stopped there. Gerry and Theresa announced just 4 months after the TV wedding that they had made the decision to divorce. They have different views about why the marriage ended. Gerry Turner recently chatted with PU Pill magazine about how his life is going now. He was diagnosed with cancer around the time his marriage to Theresa ended. He revealed last month that he has a new girlfriend. How did dating on a reality TV show impact his view on dating? He told the outlet that he learned several lessons from the Golden Bachelor. I learned to ask better questions and be patient, and see if the actions line up with the answers to the questions, he said. But it seems he didn't learn how to take it slow when it comes to love. Not taking it slow with new girlfriend. Gerry Turner has only been dating his new girlfriend, Lana Sutton, since March. They met through messages on social media. Despite the relationship being new, they've already met each other's families. He said that his girlfriend is retired, so they've been spending every weekend together. He said on The Golden Bachelor that he wanted a partner who could travel. That wasn't Theresa Nist. She still works full-time and has no intention of giving up her job. Gerry Turner said that he plans to visit London and Paris with his new girlfriend this summer. She's retired, so she's not tied down. On a moment's notice, she could come here, or if I go there, he said about spending time together. Gerry Turner reveals agreement they made about marriage. One of the biggest issues between Gerry and Theresa was where to live. In the end, neither of them wanted to leave their homes or families to move somewhere new. But he doesn't seem to have that problem in his new relationship. He revealed that they've already gone house hunting. Is marriage next? Gerry Turner admitted that a serious talk about marriage is for the future. But for now, they've come to an agreement. We've both come to the comfortable agreement that we both want a long-term, committed, permanent relationship, he spilled. If he does get married for a third time, it probably won't be on TV like his second wedding. After a whirlwind year filled with roses, tears, and second chances, Gerry Turner, America's first Golden Bachelor, has finally found something more enduring than ratings and reality TV. Peace. In a surprising yet heartfelt announcement over the weekend, the 72-year-old Indiana native opened up about a private pact he made with his new girlfriend, one that marks a bold shift from the glitz of televised romance to the quiet comfort of genuine connection. We made a deal, Gerry shared, seated beside his beaming partner, Margaret Sinclair, a 69-year-old retired literature professor from Vermont. No more cameras. No more interviews. No more fairy tale edits. Just the real us, day by day. It was an agreement forged not in the spotlight, but during a quiet weekend in upstate New York, over mugs of herbal tea and dog-eared books. After months of dating away from prying eyes, Gerry and Margaret, who met through mutual friends, not a mansion cocktail party, had a conversation that neither of them took lightly. She looked at me and said, "I've lived my story already. I don't need to narrate it to the world again." And that just clicked with me, Gerry explained. We're not 30. We don't need to be influencers. We need to be companions. This sentiment stands in stark contrast to the high-profile and short-lived marriage Gerry entered into with Golden Bachelor winner Theresa Nist. Their televised romance culminated in a lavish ABC wedding, only to dissolve quietly just 3 months later. The confetti barely swept from the studio floor. There was too much pressure, Gerry admitted. We cared for each other, but everything we did was under a microscope. It was like we were trying to build a home on a movie set. But with Margot, he says, everything feels more grounded. The agreement, playfully dubbed their Porch Pact, includes several guiding principles. No social media posts without both partners agreeing. No press unless it's about something meaningful. Gerry winked and added, this one barely made the cut. 1 tech-free day per week. Monthly handwritten letters to one another, a tradition inspired by Margot's fondness for Jane Austen. And most importantly, never say, we should do this for the show ever again. Their first letter exchange. Margot wrote about the smell of freshly baked apple pie wafting through the old farmhouse kitchen, while Gerry wrote about the way her reading glasses slid down her nose and made his heart flip. It's this kind of intimacy Gerry says he missed while on TV. Reality TV is real in some ways, but it's also curated, he reflected. I miss the in-between moments. The grocery runs. The crossword puzzles. Arguing about which decade had the best music. The ordinary is extraordinary when you're with the right person. Margot, a widow with 2 adult children and 4 grandchildren, had never seen The Golden Bachelor. In fact, when they met, she didn't even know who Gerry was. He introduced himself as retired, newly single, into kayaking and vintage cars. That's all I needed to know, she laughed. I Googled him later and thought, oh no, he's famous. But by then, I already liked him for his awkward laugh and the way he always offered to do the dishes. Despite the quiet terms of their agreement, Gerry did agree to share a few glimpses into their everyday life. Their favorite activity? Cooking together, though Gerry confesses he still hasn't mastered Margot's sort of technique. Their current obsession? Listening to old vinyl records. Margot leans toward James Taylor and Joan Baez, while Gerry's a Motown guy through and through. And their summer plan? A long road trip across the Midwest, stopping at flea markets, tiny diners, and a jazz festival in Chicago. Will I miss the cameras? A little, Gerry said. I mean, it's flattering to feel like your story matters to millions. But this, Margot and me, reading books by the fire, planting tulips in the backyard, this matters more. The couple has no plans to marry anytime soon. In fact, they're deliberately taking it slow. We have decades of life behind us, Margot said. We're not rushing into anything. There's no fairy tale deadline here. That said, they're both wearing matching silver rings on their right hands, engraved with the phrase, still becoming. It's a reminder, Gerry said, turning his ring slowly, that no matter your age, you're always becoming. Becoming more patient, more curious, more loving. I think that's what makes this chapter so special. It's not the final. It's a new beginning. And as for the Golden Bachelor legacy, I hope the show inspired people to believe in second chances, he said. But what I'm living now isn't TV romance. It's porch light romance. The kind where someone leaves the light on for you because they know you're coming home. So while America might not see another rose ceremony from Gerry Turner, somewhere in Vermont, a soft light glows in a window.